Welcome to the Golden Bolt Cafe. So every campus is going to have the same espresso machine. It looks just like this. Every single day it will be turned on, okay? So you'll know when it's turned on, obviously when it's blinking. If for some reason it's not, the tricky part, so it usually looks like this, okay? However, if something's malfunctioning, it'll kind of say on the bottom, sometimes this bin is full, okay? So what you're going to do is you're going to take this out. You got to kind of pull it just a little bit, and then the on and off button, in case you need to know, is right behind. So it's a little tricky. It's not to the back, it's not to the side, it's inside the espresso machine, okay? Just like that, on and off. If you turn it off, it's going to take at least 10 minutes to turn back on. It has to refill, it has to heat up the water, so don't play with this button unless your teacher obviously tells you to. Okay, so that's the on and off button. This will not work if the puck bin, this is the puck bin, is not in place. Okay, so if you're trying to work this, if you have a customer and they order an espresso and you can't touch this button, you have to make sure that the puck bin is in place and the puck bin is not full. Our puck bin is going to be, after this session, pretty full, so I'm going to teach you how to obviously throw the residue away. So I'm going to go trash can. Okay, we're going to dump this out just like that. We're not going to clean it right now. I'll teach you that in a different module. Okay, so I'm going to put this back in. Make sure my little stand is in place. And now we're ready to work with espresso. So the nice thing about this machine is it's all buttons, you guys. It's the easiest thing. You have your one shot, you have your two shot or a double, and then you have your Americano. So Americano traditionally, and you'll hear about this in the Americano tutorial, is water and espresso. So it's our easiest drink, okay? Unless someone orders an espresso, the second easiest one is the Americano. Okay. We also have the hot water feature if someone orders a tea, or if you're making the lavender or any sort of refresher that we have on special, you're going to use the hot tea button. Okay, so now I'm going to show you how easy it is to work the espresso machine. You're going to take your shot glass, okay, that we have, our commercial grade. We're going to place it on the tray, and let's say my customer just wants one espresso, okay? So you're going to, every drink is a little bit different, so you're going to have to memorize the menu or the recipe, and we'll definitely have everything laminated for you. We'll have a cheat sheet, but you want to ask your guests because, you know, for example, in a cappuccino, it calls for 2 espresso shots. Some of your guests will just want a single, so you're just going to ask, would you like a single or a double, okay? I want a single. Give it a second. It has to drip through, so don't rush the process. And a beautiful, I mean, the aroma, it smells so good. Okay, and let me teach you a little bit about our espresso beans. Okay, so our beans, like this. Okay, you cannot use ground coffee. Okay, there's a big difference. We use beans. Okay, the beans, and it'll tell you, load up the bin, you're going to put your beans directly in here, okay? Your teacher will be in charge of cleaning it up, so you don't need to open up the machine. There's nothing like, if this is empty, all you gotta do is lift up the lid and pour more beans in, okay? Just like that. So your espresso shot, the nice thing is, and coffee connoisseurs talk about the espresso as the heart is on the body, the body, and then you want a crema. So we know that our machine has just been calibrated. It looks beautiful. Our espresso has a little crema just on top, okay? And that is a single shot of espresso, okay? So then now you're ready to make your drink. I do want to talk to you quickly about kind of cleaning this wand, okay? And then after that, we'll talk about milks, and then we'll move on with the next tutorial. Every time you use this, okay, so we are going to warm up our own milk, and again, all you have to do is press a button, okay? You have your really hot steam, which we traditionally don't work with unless right here on the bottom is your hot steam, unless someone really wants their coffee really hot or their coffee drink. We always work with the middle, okay? And I'll show you that in a separate tutorial. And then the top one is like a kid's warm hot chocolate, okay? So if someone doesn't want their coffee warm, you would use the top. But traditionally, I want you to stick with the center, the one that's lit up, okay? And again, I'll show you that in a separate tutorial. Purging. Every time you use the wand, every single time you want to purge it. Purge it means to clean it. Let me show you what that looks like. Always step to the side. I'm going to show you again. Step to the side because it gets hot. Purge. I take my clean towel and I'm just going to clean it. Okay, just like that. The reason why we purge, you're going to have milk, and you'll see in a separate tutorial, all over here. Bacteria is going to grow if you don't clean the milk from your espresso machine, and we don't want to get anyone sick. So you always purge right before and right after, okay, just to, you know, disinfect our machine. So those are the basics, okay? I'll show you an Americano in just a little bit, and then I just showed you the espresso machine. Last thing I kind of want to walk you through are milks, okay? We traditionally, for traditional cafe drinks, you're going to use whole milk. Why are we using whole milk? Because it's going to produce the best foam. Okay, for a cappuccino, you want the foam. So traditionally, it works with we work with whole milk. However, many of your customers, okay, are going to want fat-free or skim milk, or they're going to want 2%. You're still okay with it. It's just not going to produce that much foam. Okay, so it depends. Coffee is all about guest choice. Okay, so we got vitamin D, we got 2%, we got fat-free. The minute you open this milk, you're going to put a little label on it, and it's going to last 4 to 5 days. Okay, so if you open it on Monday, by Friday, we're getting rid of it. It's not going to last this long. You're going to constantly be using fresh milk, but it needs to be labeled. We cannot get anyone sick. Also, whoever is in charge of labeling, you're going to look at your sell-by date. Sometimes when it gets delivered, and I've had this before, it will be delivered expired. Okay, and we just want to make sure that we check off all of our bases and we're not serving expired milk to our guests. Okay, so this is dairy. We have a couple dairy-free options for our guests as well. People love the almond milk. It does have a very different and distinct flavor, I think, in my opinion. So ask them if they want almond milk. We have soy milk, okay? And oat milk is a perfect vegan option, okay? So just remember, if they want a cappuccino, but they have a dairy intolerance, they can't have dairy, we usually remember cappuccinos. If you want the foam, whole milk, vitamin D whole milk. If you want a vegan option, oat milk will give you the same foam. Okay, so that's another option for you. So we have oat, soy, almond. All right, I'm going to be right back with the next tutorial. Thank you.